Pretty interesting.
That's it, Rick! I'm pulling the lever!
It works!
I bet you feel like the world's smallest man that you were doubting me.
For certain values of works. It's the annual flu season dance. You know, when everyone gets together and spreads it around. So they're up to date with all the latest variants. Don't do that, by the way. Morty wants to ask Jessica. Her boyfriend would prefer that he didn't. Jerry offers his own timeless words of relationship advice. They're stuck with you if you knock 'em up.
I remember feeling that way about a young lady named your mom.
You'll be seeing that again soon, I expect. Anyway, cynical old bastard that he is, Rick correctly points out that love is just brain chemistry, with the evolutionary purpose of making us do it.
Like they do on the Discovery Channel.
Break the cycle, Morty. Rise above. Focus on science.
Before he hits the dance, Morty drops in on Rick real quick and asks if he's got anything that can make that brain chemistry, you know, happen.
You're growing into a real big thorn straight up into my ass.
Grudgingly, Rick combines the appropriate brain squeezings with a sample of Morty's DNA.
Okay.
A hair, Morty. I need one of your hairs. This isn't Game of Thrones.
Ow!
This won't horribly backfire, will it? Of course not. Smartest man in the universe, remember. Oh, unless they have flu. Jerry is feeling a little jealous.
Loving you is work, Jerry.
Hard.
Derby. Ooh, buddy. Beth's gotta run though. Big multi-horse pileup, and only Davin's there. Morty makes his move.
Oh my god.
It works well.
Rip my clothes off and mate with me for life.
Real well.
There's something special about you, Morty. So special. Whoa!
A little too well. This new Morty virus ends up in the punch, then in the air vents.
It's airborne.
In our post-COVID world, this is either not funny anymore, or really funny now.
I love Morty, and I hope Morty loves me. I'd like to wrap my arms around him and feel him inside me.
Rick fesses up to having committed a slight fucky-wucky, and they hop it to the car, where Rick's prepared a new virus that's an antidote. Of sorts.
Sometimes science is more art than science, Morty.
In a fit of jealousy, Jerry hits the road. But the road's out. He grabs a shotgun and goes to town.
Nobody's killing me until after I catch my wife with another man.
Davin sets the mood and upsets it.
Just once, I'd like to know what it was like to give your son a bath.
Jerry activates Gordon Freeman mode.
I'm Mr. Crowbar, and this is my friend, who is also a crowbar.
Jerry, thank God.
Oh, ho, 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 ho. There's no God here. This antidote virus really got around fast, huh?
I'm really outdone myself.
It's cool though, mistakes were made and lessons were learned. This antidote virus will get her done. Rick enjoys the moment a little. It's not every day you see this kind of shit after all.
Pretty interesting.
That's it, Rick! I'm pulling the lever!
It works!
I bet you feel like the world's smallest man that you were doubting me.
For certain values of works. Yes, yes, yes. But on the bright side, at least none of them have the hots for Morty anymore.
You're welcome.
Naturally, the blame flies.
How could you be so irresponsible, Rick?
Me irresponsible?
But there's one last trick up the old bastard's sleeve. Genetic clusterfuck averted. Everything's back to normal. Great work, Rick. He fixed it. Somehow or other. Alright, back to work on this thing. Oh shit! That's right. The last resort unfuculation is as follows. Search amongst the infinite parallel universes for one where they fixed it somehow. Then find one of those where they die from something else. And then slide right in.
Now help me with these bodies.
It's all in a day's work to Rick. But to Morty, it might just be the deepest, hardest, most big-swinging, donkey-dicked mindfuck of all time. Quite apart from being a scathing satire of the many, many poorly written shows where world-shaking stuff happens, and then everything somehow goes more or less back to normal by the start of the next episode, I'm looking at you, Voyager. This episode is about existential crisis, and boy is it a doozy for Morty. I've had my share of these. You might have too. If you haven't yet, just give it a little time. It's a-comin'. Mine was over meaning. More or less out of the blue, I realized one day, in a way that hit me like a train,
The bone train.
that we live in a world awash with cruelty, suffering, and evil. And it's all totally pointless, with no greater meaning or significance whatsoever. Any part of it, or even all of it, could be snuffed out of existence by the mindless whims of an uncaring cosmos, and none of it would ever matter in the slightest, or ever has. The solution I arrived at in the end, after a great deal of painful introspection, was that we, as intelligent beings with agency, are capable of making meaning for ourselves, if we choose to. Rick comes up with a different, though I'll grant, equally effective answer.
The answer is don't think about it.
Who's to say which of us is right? Get in the comments. Or don't. Whatever. It's not like it matters, right?